Greetings, Commanders! My name is Eagle, and in today's video, we are featuring the strongest Warzone event. We're going to give you guys the best tips and guides to how to excel in this event as a server and as an individual, and how to maximize the value that you get from the rewards from zones and reserves, in addition to the battle progress over here. Now, if you like these types of videos where we give you tips about new events that are upcoming to the game, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and you know the rest. So basically, the Gorgon event, or the Gorgon Cannon event over here, is a massive war machine that the invaders have invented that roams around the map, tries to basically show its massive cannons over here, and your objective is to take out or take down this Gorgon cannon that has many different levels. So once you take down a level, the next level will spawn, and you have to take this down as a whole server together. So it's a server wide event that actually happens once in a while in case of war. So if we right now were to look at the event rules, so basically what it says here is that the invaders have developed a new war machine. So the Gorgon Cannon is immune to all debuffs as well as any buff that causes extra damage to neutral units. That means all your talent trees that give you extra damage cost to neutral units will not be effective over here versus this big boy, and all your debuffs that actually cause, for example, from uh, like officers like Jarain over here, like these huge debuffs, or even like any debuff, basically like this one over here, the attack reduction from Angelica, these won't be effective versus the Gorgon. They won't be activated even if you attack with multiple troops. So this is a thing to remember. Now, basically, what it says also is that you need to unite together and eliminate this threat. All damage taken during the battle will immediately be healed for free after your troops return to base. So once your troops, basically your troops will die in a couple of seconds. Probably, if you're a strong player, they could last a minute. And then afterwards, once they die, they go back to the base and they are fully healed without having to spend anything. So you don't have to worry about sending out all your troops out to fight this big cannon. And commanders of Warzone always campaigning to eliminate more Gorgon cannons and prove that they belong to the strongest Warzone. So basically, this event is not only for server-wise, it's actually a cross-server event. And as you can see over here, you can also see the ranking of your Warzone. So you can see the individual ranking, the highest players that have achieved the most damage in this event, and also the highest war zone, which is currently Warzone 30, that reached level 21 from the Gorgon cannon over here. Now we're gonna go through some strategies so that we can actually get you guys at least to the top 10 of this event and tell you guys all the tricks that you need to know on how to get that Gorgon event. So it's basically a 1 week event. So this event is available for 1 week. For the whole week, you'll be able to attack it. However, you have only one attack per day, and you can reset that by gaining some syrups that actually drop from the gathering season. And we're going to go through that in a minute. However, you have to be HQs, at least HQ 16 or above, to participate in the battle. And also, so all the damage taken will be healed, of course. And when the Gorgon is destroyed, commanders who meet the battle conditions receive rewards for the face a higher level Gorgon. Now, once you destroy a Gorgon, so as you guys can see from over here, we have already claimed the rewards for the first 3 Gorgons. The rewards are actually pretty cool. A lot of speed ups, basically, from everything. So every single speed up that is available in the game will be available from these Gorgons over here. So I would imagine how much speed ups we would get at higher levels as well. Now, once you defeat the Gorgon as well, um, so as I said, you have 5 teams, and then you can only attack once per day. So teams can only be used once per day, and the officers and troops cannot be reused. That means that like it highly depends on how much troops you actually have. So if you have like 400 tanks, you can only use these 400 tanks on all the teams. So if you use like 200 tanks in the first team, then you are left with only 200 tanks, and that's it. So you have to be smart in actually distributing the troops on the specific teams, and we're going to go through that as well in a minute too. So, and what it says here is that the number of attacks can actually be reset using Raid Serum, which can be obtained by gathering resources points. Every time you attack a Gorgon, you get a reward, and more damage you deal, the better the rewards. Now, let's go ahead and see what that means. So, as you guys can see, once you are gathering on a daily basis, you not only gain gold when you finish that gathering tile over here, you also gain Raid Serum. Now, Raid Serum can be actually used over here to reset your chances for attacking the Gorgon for the day. Now, resetting the chances does not give you rewards. Now, as you guys can see from over here, you gain rewards by the amount of damage that you have actually dealt to the Gorgon. So you gain D when you have dealt basically 0 damage, C when you have dealt a million, B when you have dealt 3 million and above, A when you have dealt 6 million and above, and S when you have dealt 12 million and above. We have actually gained S yesterday in our try, but I was trying different officer combinations. So let me show you how we actually gained, were able to get an S yesterday. I do believe it's this one. Let's take a look. That's an A. That's a B. And this is an S. As you guys can see, we have gained already an S yesterday using our Lilith and Maria combination. Pretty solid stuff. We dealt about 12.2 million to the target, so we barely got that S. But hey, I mean, we still got it. It's pretty cool. And now we're going to show you how we actually got it and how you can also get that as well. Now, obviously speaking over here is that the stronger you are, the more advanced your military research is, the more damage you'll be naturally dealing, in addition to the troop tiers that you have and your officers. So the higher the officer's level, the stronger in terms of combat power you are, the more damage that you'll be actually able to deal throughout the battle. And this is natural, and it's actually rewarding for players who are already strong. But you can still also utilize that even as a mediocre player. You can still also utilize your troop combinations over here, and we're going to give you the tips to actually gain an A or an S rank in this event easily, only using just simple tricks that are available in this event. So it's very important to notice that every day you will be able to gain these rewards, as you guys can see. So you gain these Gorgon Cannon parts in addition to some resources every single day you fight the Gorgon. Now, if you reset on that specific day, you will not be able to gain the rewards. However, you'll be able to deal damage, therefore contribute to the overall damage dealt to, the Gorgon in the server, and therefore you can jump to the higher level Gorgon and defeat that as well. So you'll be still getting the battle progress rewards, which is actually pretty cool, and this is why you should contribute to that also. Now, you unlock these teams or team combinations, the last one when you reach level HQ 22, and the rest of them would be basically, this one is HQ, I do believe, 11, this one is HQ 17, this one is HQ 22. I do believe this is the screenshot that we had from the game. But we have already unlocked HQ 25, so we have all the 5 teams unlocked, and we can use all of these teams right now. Now, in terms of rewards over here, you have zone reserve. So as you guys can see, once you gain the Gorgon Cannon parts from the daily attacks that you are getting from here, you can also like exchange them for pretty solid rewards. Now, let me tell you guys, the rewards that are over here are the best rewards that I've actually seen in the game so far, and it's actually insane how good these rewards are, especially those 50k officer XP for only one Gorgon cannon part, which I think is magnificent. So let me tell you guys how these rewards would work and how I rate them in terms of value. First of all, you have to focus on the legendary officer badges. I mean, experience looks amazing over here, but let me tell you, these officer badges are so much better because of the fact that they are very hard to obtain, and once you can lay your hands on them, especially as a free-to-play player, definitely go for that. Now, the second thing that I would focus on is the legendary stars over here. Now, as you guys can see, these legendary stars require 20 points, and the same legendary stars, which are 4 times less in terms of value, also require 20 points. So these guys over here are much higher in value, so I would definitely focus on legendary stars level 2 to actually gain the most value out of it. Now, after that, after I finish these immediately, I would go for the 50k experience over here, try to max it out. It is just simply amazing the amount of experience that you can get from this, and you would enhance your officers from this event moving on. It's amazing how much you can get. Now, if you have finished all these three, then you can also go for the speed ups or for the legendary stars over here. It's still pretty solid as well. Now, the more you go down, the less the rewards are actually more valuable. I mean, the resources are pretty solid if you are missing resources, but I still do believe that these three rewards have the highest value. Probably this one has the most highest value, but I would go for legendary officer badges before, because of the fact that they are actually hard to obtain. Now, once you actually so let's talk about the team combinations, right? So the team combinations are basically what you need to be using is officers that have the same let's say traits. For example, both of them have tank officers, or both of them have anti-tank talent trees, and this way you would actually be able to deal more damage. As you guys saw from yesterday, we were able to get an S class using our Lilith and Maria. We didn't get that today, and I'll explain why in a minute, because we actually made a couple of mistakes, and we will tell you exactly what we did so that you guys learn from our mistakes and not do them again. So, firstly, as we said, you need to be using combinations or pairings that are best fit for that specific march. So you'll be needing to use as well pure marches. For example, general marches, as you can see, Chloe and Helena over here did not do well in this event. However, more focused marches, even though my Evelyn and Angelica are actually not that strong. So if you guys look at my Evelyn and Angelica combination, so my Angelica is only level 30 with this basically amount of skills, and she still managed to actually get a B score over here, almost getting an A score of 6 million, so almost dealt 6 million damage, which I think is pretty solid. If only I had her at level 40, then maybe I could have actually easily got it to an A score. Now, how to do this and what officers to use. So as you guys can see, you can copy this combination. So the first three and the last one. I would not recommend this one over here. So you have like your fourth marches ready. Now, for these marches, I would use only pure unit types so that you can gain the most out of the talent trees. So for this one, I would use pure tanks. The second one, I would use pure anti-tanks. The third one, pure tanks. And the last one, I would use pure infantry. Now, you can also go with another anti-tank march having Jessica and let's see over here who can actually fit this to that. You can also go actually with another tank march using Natalia, because I think she is phenomenal if you have unlocked her. If you haven't unlocked her, then I would go with probably Jessica and Jean, or maybe actually Natalia and Marjorie. We have actually seen that this specific combination is actually pretty good. It's funny, but it's actually pretty good. This is because of the fact that this one has some more tank attack buffs, and this is actually helpful in this event because it's extremely helpful to get as much buffs internally to your troops from this event and increase their attack damage. And you should start avoid using troops that are more or less just gives you deal debuffs to the enemies. Like for example, Chloe. Chloe is just an amazing officer for raid, but she is not for siege. She is not that good in this event. So basically, avoid using Chloe and such officers. Now, this was for the team. So in order to get the maximum amount, how to prepare your teams for this event and how to actually launch the attacks and when to do that. Now, first tip is basically you have to have an HTM missile over here. This would allow you to deal the maximum amount of damage. Do not go for defense boost. You need more damage in this event because the higher the rewards, you could simply just get a notch a bit, and it would give you a higher level of reward. So you definitely need an HTM missile. Now, for this event, me personally, I would definitely use an army expansion if I had enough armies to actually fight or fill up at least 4 marches from my setup over here. For the last one, I actually filled up 4 marches, and it was actually pretty much successful. I gained like 3 A's and 1 S with these 4 marches, and then a B with my 5th march, which I think is phenomenal, and I would definitely do that as well. You can easily gain an army expansion to 25% from the guild store right over here. It is available for about 90k individual exploit, which is pretty cheap in terms like compared to the rewards that you'll be getting from this event. Now, to ensure that you are getting 20 raid serums daily, you would need to actually finish those resource tiles. Now, if you're farming 5 and level 6 resource tiles, it's actually impossible to do that. So what I would recommend is teleport back all the way to zone 1 over here and start farming those level 1 tiles, because these are super fast to finish and you would be gaining those syrups in no time as well. Now, what you can do as well is coordinate with the zone, and they would actually just farm the tile until it reaches like 100 more resources over there, and then return to their troops to the base, share the tile location to you so you can continue farming it and finish it fast. Now, this would be amazing, especially for strong players in your zone. You have to make sure that these players can actually attack the Gorgon multiple times a day so that they can deal the most damage, and it will bring more rewards to the zone overall, because they're not actually benefiting from the second attack. So once you reset this, you're not actually going to gain any rewards, you're just going to deal more damage. So they're not actually benefiting, they're just doing this to benefit the zone, and I definitely encourage doing that as well. So this trick was actually to how to maximize your daily syrup so that you can actually reset and do the event once again. Now, another trick that I wanted to share with you guys. Let's see if the Gorgon is still alive. I think it is still alive. It's almost dead though. So when it reaches this point exactly, what you could do is launch you can teleport right over here and then launch a 5, like multiple people launching attacks at the same time. What this would do is make sure that the Gorgon actually dies before the marches die. So this way you can actually use your marches again for the higher level Gorgon. Now, this is very important, guys, because of the fact that you can attack the Gorgon 2 times using a massive attack with all the people in your zone. So if you coordinate an attack together and attack it at, like, for example, this HP, like when it's about 20% HP, you can some of the troops would die, but most of them would actually live for the next Gorgon, and you can reuse them again without having to spend any raid serums, anything at all. So you'll be actually dealing more damage and therefore getting more rewards and killing higher level Gorgons. And this is definitely recommended for coordination in the zone. Now, to deal the highest damage and to deal the most best possible coordination, make sure to coordinate that attack when the Gorgon is on your guild's territory or when it is actually on the strongest guild's territory, which is technically a VTR in this zone. So once it is in your territory, you would be gaining all those territory buffs over here. You'll be gaining 8% more attack damage, in addition to, once this is maxed out, another 12%. So that's 20% more attack damage you'll be dealing to the Gorgon when it is in your territory over here. And that is actually massive, and it will definitely give you higher rewards as well as individual, in addition to guild rewards. This is very important to notice as well. And another thing to actually mention over here is that Gorgons move slowly around the map. So they would move all the way around the map. So to coordinate that, you have to make sure that you put on a timing and track the movement of the Gorgon so that you would know when it will be in your territory, and so that everyone else, and notify them on the zone chat, or even send out a zone mail to notify everybody to attack at that specific amount of time. This is very important so that you can maximize the amount of damage that you can actually use, and basically uh, just overall maximize the overall damage that the zone is actually dealing to that specific Gorgon. Also, another important thing is that when you're doing those massive attacks, make sure that the lower level players in your zone are using officers that can actually give you buffs to your troops. For example, Evelyn over here, or even Angel, are significantly good, especially because they can give those. So you can actually give this buff up to 5 near targets. So you would increase the tank health, their infantry defense, and the tank destroyer attack, and this would significantly help all the troops that are right next to you from your guild, which is pretty much amazing, especially if you are like a mediocre player or a low level player and you want to assist in this event and actually help the server gain as much damage as possible. Now, basically, these were some tips for the Gorgon event. We're still getting insights about, we're still testing this event out. Definitely, there are more tricks coming in the future for this event to maximize the amount of damage. And we're definitely gonna this is the first event that's happening on the server. We're just testing it out. So I hope these tricks actually helped you guys. And I would like to thank you guys so much for your support. Right now, actually, it's worth mentioning that we have started playing a new game as well called Tom Clancy's Elite Squad. So if you are interested in that too, you can also check the videos that I'm actually uploading about that new game. It's a very fun game. We have made as well a guild over there. So if you guys are interested, you can definitely join my guild. The name is Eagles, and we are definitely having a lot of fun over there with that game as well. But we will definitely continue with the Kiss of War guides, and we're going to be doing some crazy guides over the next days, and we have some huge surprise for you guys in terms of channel enhancements, and you would definitely love to see that too. So we'd like to thank you so much for watching this video, and we will definitely see you on the next one. Peace out.